Hello, folks. Happy Tuesday. I am Heidi. I am with Back Porch Magic, and here we are in my back room reading tarot for you on this fine Tuesday evening. You can like, share, or donate for a reading. Donate at one of the apps above my head, or go to backporchmagic.com. If you don't want to donate, go on there anyway and check out the podcast, the new deck that's coming out, the Broke Bitch Tarot deck. And you can book a reading with Taryn, Mama Cat, or I. It's a half-hour reading, suggested donation $25. So, yeah, all those options there. So I did put in the comment or in the description that this is, we are coming up on the full moon, which is tomorrow. And it's very early in the morning. It's, well, not very. It's 7:30 in the morning, which I'll be at work by that time. Still pretty early, and pretty early to be crazy. This moon has been crazy already. All right, I'm going to start off with Haley. All right, one card already popped out for you, Haley. Let me see what else comes out for you. My deck, it was fine a minute ago, and it's raining. It had a little rainstorm, which ruins my lawn mowing plans. So the cards are a little sticky right now. It's kind of humid in here. All right. Ooh. Okay, Haley. So we start out with the Lovers, Prince of Wands, and the Devil. So, with the Lovers here, it seems like in the past position, it seems like there's a new thing going on or recently started, like a new connection, love relationship, something like that. And you're feeling pretty fabulous. Like you've finally gotten to the point where, finally the place where you want to be, like you feel like you've arrived. But don't move too quickly. There is prudence in taking your time because it might be that old devil dick. Sorry, excuse me. But yeah, like this might end up being more of a entangling situation than you had anticipated or it was initially presented. It could become an obsession on either side or even a bit of an addiction. So I'm not saying, and like, I'm just saying like, this is what the warnings are. So maybe not move too fast. That's the big thing. And forewarned is forearmed. So that's what I get. All right. All right, got some little piece of chocolate to get me through. All right, I got Mary Ann next. Hello, Mary Ann. How are you doing? I already got a card popping out for you. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Ooh, lots of major arcana here. We start out with the Hierophant or the Pope. Next with, the Hanged Man. And the final card in this, and the three is Adjustment or Justice. So all three are major arcana. This is a big deal. If you went back to school recently, kind of getting a school vibe. So I'm kind of learning, but this is like a structure. The Hierophant is kind of like a community, but it's more of like a learning. And whatever it is, it's structured and involves other people and it involves rules. My first thought was a school or some place of learning. Maybe you're in job training. You might be feeling really stuck right now, like you're not getting anywhere or going anywhere or doing anything in like a major way. Like maybe you feel like this isn't worth the effort, but also it feels like you've put a lot in already. It's too late to pull out. And I don't think you have to pull out or stop because the next card here is Justice, adjustment. So is there a situation where something is happening unfairly and is causing you to feel stuck? Call it out. If that is not the case, then rebalance your energy, like rebalance your focus, readjust, focus. Try to think of alpha and omega here, or what's in each of the scales. So think of the beginning. What was it that you had looked to anticipate? And what was your end goal? So try and remember that and just try to refocus your energies and move stuff around so that you can, like, are you able to complete what you need to complete, or just do what you need to do. So take what's going on in the present and weigh it against what you had hoped to achieve in the past to keep going. Don't know if that helps. A lot of times I'm saying words and I don't even know what's going on. I am fine, Amanda. Thank you so much for asking. All right. Crystal is next, and then you, Amanda. Okay, Crystal. Let's draw 3 cards for you. I hope everybody's doing okay. I did my first live read. I did live reads on my personal Facebook page for a long time, and I haven't done any in a while. I had dealt with a family death, and I just didn't feel up to it after that, and then another death, which I talked about last week. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Talked about the foolish moon. All right, anyway. It is Crystal's turn. 3 cards for Crystal. Okay, so we start out with the 3 of discs. The next card is the Priestess. And the third of these cards is the 5 of Cups. So at first glance, I thought maybe this was a progression. You know, I usually read these 3 cards as past, present, future, but sometimes I read them as the card in the middle is being framed by the other 2 cards. So, oh, I took off all my rings. I think this is a frame. So here are you, the Priestess. You're trying to figure out what to do with your life, or what to do in this situation. And on one side, you have the pull yourself together and work it out, or sit with it and be really bummed about it. And when I was looking at her, like, both her hands are up. So it's kind of like a why not both? Like, she's telling you, like, to use your own personal wisdom deep within yourself and to deal with the situation and possibly do both. Like, it's okay to, like, pull yourself pull yourself together and work really hard, but it's also okay to be sad about whatever loss. Like, it almost makes me think of, like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because of the particular friend who died, how whenever I was younger and even older, if I went through a breakup that really hit me hard, like, I would just kind of shut down, but pour myself into my job or my schoolwork. It kind of feels almost like that. Like, even though I was just like, my heart is dying, I was like, get up, go to work, do your good job, make Dean's List. And yes, that's kind of the vibe I get from that reading. All right, who's next? Oh, you're welcome. Okay. All right, Amanda is next. And I'm just going down the list here. All right. So your 3 cards are Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the Emperor. Need to clarify the Ace of Cups. So clarifying the Ace of Cups, is the Devil. So it seems like a love or heart, like some kind of connection, emotional connection to something that was probably maybe good for you in a small dose, but not wholesale. And right now, you've realized this already, and you realize it's time. 8 of Cups. It's time to leave it behind. It's not serving you quite as it used to, and you might even be feeling a little bit bummed about that. It's just like it's kind of a bucket with a hole in the bottom. But what's coming up is like could be, I don't know, I get like a more like the sense of creating a new kingdom for yourself. It could be a new partner. I don't think it is. Like this is usually a card representative of a man, the man in your life, but that's very heteronormative. Unless you like butch ladies or non-binary folk that lean more heavy masculine. But it's definitely, I feel more like it's not a person so much as like being the ruler of your own space and like being in charge of your own kingdom. So, yeah, I hope that helps. Rebecca, hello. Alrighty. Do note, folks, that it is a full moon tomorrow. It's also an eclipse. I think there's a couple of big planets in retrograde, which, it actually happens a lot more frequently, and it does affect things, but usually less on a personal level. It's more like societal level because they're outer planets. But you could be feeling it. Like, I think Pluto just went retrograde, or Saturn, or I don't know. There's retrogrades happening. And the Mercury retrograde is happening on the 29th, which I believe is Saturday. And I feel like shit is already going haywire. So I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Usually I kind of like roll with Mercury retrograde, but this time, yeah. So just remember, it's a fucking full moon tomorrow morning with an eclipse. So that amplifies shit. And it's just, I don't know. Shit is crazy. I work in a dental office, and it seemed like everybody all of a sudden, and my office is closing for a week, starting Thursday, actually more than a week. And I'm drawing cards for you, Rebecca. It seemed like everybody all of a sudden was like breaking their teeth. Just nuts. Anyway. All right. So we have your first card, Rebecca, as the Chariot. And the next card is the Magus. And the final card here we have is the Queen of Cups. So this is another one where I think it's framed. The Magus is being framed. So I think you know what you're doing. You know how to use the tools at your disposal, and you can even use them, I guess, almost like a shady way, but that's not necessarily bad. A trickstery way. But it feels like a choice between like leaving to go to the next thing on like a big level, or staying where you are and just pouring all your love and emotions into it. It feels like you have a choice to make between these two things. And I think you have to make sure that you use all like your talents as a person, like whatever they are, especially when it comes to communicating with other people. If other people have information about either of these things, do your work, do your research, find out what's going on. Actually, I had another sudden thought that just crossed my mind. And I would take this into account too, because I've found this, pardon me, I have chocolate in my mouth. This has happened where sometimes I'll do a read and I'll get multiple meetings and all the things are true. So the other one, which is not very esoteric at all, is verify your mechanic. Is if you have a car, like I feel like your mechanic might be trying to fool you a bit. So maybe like play the sweet lady routine so hard that he feels bad about it and actually does a good thing. Or if you're having some car troubles and bullshitty mechanics, like be a really sweet lady and, kill them with kindness to get what you need. It's a weird thing, but hello, everybody. All right. I know people don't like it. All right, Ruth. Hello, Ruth. And you are bringing up the full moon I was just blathering on about. I have to open a window. It got very stuffy in here and the rain has finally stopped. There we go. Oh, better. All right. Full moon guidance. Oh, you make decisions or let things go. Well, I'll draw 2 cards for that. And then 1 for the overall energy of the moon. So, okay. Making decisions. Letting go. And the overall vibe for this moon for you. Okay. So making decisions is the Hierophant. Letting go is the Star. So the Hierophant is saying if you want to make decisions about this, that you should consult your close community. Not necessarily your family, though your family could be part of it, but if you have any close group of people that provide structure in your life, not your job. This is like, for lack of a better word, people talk about it like your church, or if you go to a particular bar where you're particularly close with everybody, like that's your community, like go to them, talk to people that aren't quite in your inner circle, but certainly like the next circle out from that, like people in your community. Find out, even if you have like a spiritual person that you talk to, a clergyman, whatever, like talk to them to help you with these decisions, to help give you perspective. All right, as far as letting go, if you let go, I get the sense that you will be able to heal from a lot of stuff and be able to finally have hope for the future and to look forward and to feel like maybe a little bit more free than you have in the past. And that's if you let go. And the full moon, this makes me laugh. The full moon energy vibe for you is art, or in other decks, or most decks, it's considered I almost said alchemy, but it's considered that too, temperance. And this is actually, tomorrow's a Sagittarius full moon, and this is the card for Sagittarius. So it's a very like, the fact that these 2 things are telling you, not telling you one is better than the other, it's like both seem like really good ideas. These are major arcana cards. So maybe take both of those ideas, blend them together to make your decision. So there you go. Hope that helps. All right. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I didn't make people happy with some of my reads, but sorry, that's how it goes. Oh, you're welcome. And Mark, usually don't have guys on here. That's pretty awesome, unless they're like trolling, but it's nice to have a dude. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't misgender you. You have a male presenting name. If you are a they, I apologize. Okay. All right, let's draw 3 cards for you, Mark. Oh, breeze feels so good. It's not that hot. It just was very stuffy in here. All right. Okay. So we start out with the Queen of Discs. So Queen of Discs. Next card is the Sun. And the final card in this trio is the Two of Discs. Okay, so the Queen of Discs tells me that you've had like possibly a period of hardship behind you, but you're finally in a place of safety. And that feels really fucking good. Like you feel like, holy shit, like I didn't think it was possible to feel this happy. It might not be, it could be material. I think usually with discs, it's a material, but it could be something. I kind of got the jump of maybe could be some mental health or emotional issues where you've kind of been starving or going through a desert or having a really fucking tough time. And now like, yay, sunshine, like things feel good. But this is not a bad but it's a but. It's saying just make sure that you do whatever it is that brought you to this sunny spot, that you keep up on it and that you adjust when needed, but you have to keep up on it. to maintain what you currently have. And yeah, recognize that you always have to keep up on it, because that things are always in flux and you can't ever stop. You can't ever become complacent. It's very easy to do. So hope that helps. All right. Janice, hello. All righty, let me do 3 cards for you. I feel like I'm doing bang, 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 bang. I kind of like it. It's kind of how last night was. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, so we start out with the sun. Here's that sun card again. Moving on to the star. And the 10 of Wands. So I got 2 kind of versions of this that popped out at me. It was the traditional past, present, future, and then the one where I say the middle card is framed by the other 2. So the past, present, future, I feel like coming from a period of great happiness and joy and everything seems freaking wonderful, and like this period of hope where you think everything else is going to continue that way, but then it kind of slumps down into no bueno, like feeling stuck and overburdened, and kind of like the last reading I felt had the sense of this was like an emotional state or a mental state. But on the other hand, I also saw it as like the star as being in the middle, like framed by the sun and the 10 of staves. So it's kind of like being framed is that almost like there are 2 sides to this hope, like this extreme joy, but also this fear of being trapped by this joy or being burned by it. It's kind of a weird, I know that's kind of a weird interpretation of it, but it seems like you feel like it's either going to be really great or really terrible, really oppressing. I don't know what your history is or what's happened in your past, but it's something that, like, keep looking forward, keep looking forward. That's what the star says. And you can make a choice too. You're not, heal, roll with it and heal. All right. Anybody else? Oh, that breeze feels good. Whew. But now the lawn is just wet enough that I can't mow it. Hi. Hi, Bele. How do you get a reading? Well, I will read for you, but hold on one moment. I'm going to answer this gentleman's question. Mark, you go to backporchmagic.com and you can book a reading with me, Taryn, or Mama Cat. I think there's a tab on the website that has like meet the readers or book a reading. There's a tab on the website that'll direct you that. Okay, back to Vele. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. Let's draw 3 cards. Okay, so we start out with an Ace of Discs, which will need a clarifier. And the next card is Adjustment or Justice. And the final card is the Prince of Wands. Okay, so the clarifier for the Ace of Discs, ooh, that's not something great, is the 7 of Swords. So I was initially thinking like, oh, you're starting something new, like starting a new project. And maybe you are, but also you're maybe feeling like, I've done this before and nothing has ever came of it. But dial that back, because see how there's like a bunch of swords, a bunch of thoughts stabbing at your big sword. The Six of Swords card, this is the 7. The Six of Swords card is kind of like the vacation, like getting away. So maybe like flip this and, you know, turn that 7 into a 6 and take the singular sword. See how she's using it to keep herself in line, in balance. So take that original idea that you had, cast off those other thoughts that are telling you you've done this before and you've failed, you suck, blah, 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 and just use that idea to move forward. And you'll be golden. Like you're finally, like it feels like this is the you are have arrived card. And this is kind of like I don't know about any of you or Bele, you in particular. I always had a problem finishing projects. I still sometimes do. And I have evidence of some of these projects I started like a decade or more ago, and they're just hanging out and I can't seem to finish them. Partially is because, you know, I didn't know what I was doing and they are unfinishable, or I don't like them or whatever. But after a while, I started to push through that mindset of like, oh my God, why am I even bothering to start this? I'm not going to finish it. Just like ignoring those thoughts and just keep on going. It's very hard to find that momentum, though. I'm not saying like everything can be magically fixed with your own brain, but it's always worth it to try and keep moving forward. All right, anybody else? So it very well might, because 3 months is not a very long time in a business. And sometimes you feel like, you know, when you first start, you have all this energy and you're excited, and then it doesn't move as quickly. Like the money doesn't come in as quickly, the business doesn't come in as quickly as was hoped for or expected. So it could feel like, oh, I really suck at this, but don't listen to that. You know, that's all it's saying. Like kind of reframe like those questions and just kind of remember what you were thinking at the beginning, remember what you were hoping at the beginning, and keep moving with that. Like you might have to move some stuff around. Like that's what the adjustment or justice card is about, is like you might have to change a little bit how you do things to make it work a little bit better, but cast off those other thoughts that are kind of like stopping your flow from going. Oh God, I sound so woo. All right, you're welcome. Right, let me see if I missed anybody. Stuff. Hi, everybody. I love that I've got regulars. All righty. You're welcome, everyone. Okay. I feel like I missed somebody, but maybe I didn't. Nope, I got all y'all, unless there's more commenting. Nope. I feel like Amanda said something funny, and now I missed it. Amanda. Ah, here it is. That's kind of funny. Yes. I don't know. Retrogrades are happening. Basically. Shit is fucked up, and I know it's because of some big planet in the sky. Actually, no, it's capitalism. Anyway, anybody else? Nope. All right, well, it's about 7:30, so I guess I should wrap things up. It's been wonderful hanging out with you all. I have to say now, I will not be here next week. I am going to be on an airplane. I did not, well, it was really hard to book flights from where I'm coming from to back here, and I'll be still on the airplane at 7 o'clock next week. So, I might work it out with Taryn. Maybe I'll come on next Thursday. I don't know yet, but I will keep you posted, so you know, guys don't get to miss content. Even though the content is just me and my burgeoning middle-aged face. I won't be in like work clothes because I'll be off next week. But yeah, my messed up hair and my lipstick and my thoth deck. All right, folks. It's been fun hanging out with you in the back room for the Back Porch Magic. I'll see you all soon. Have a great week and don't let the retrogrades get you.